Hey guys, this is just a quick update on the Glencoe Models McDonnell XV-1 Convertiplane. Uh, Talked about it in the last video. I decided that I'm going to basically almost completely assemble the entire thing, less the glass in the cockpit, so that I could paint the chrome paint all over after I do all the seam work and everything, so that it'll just be ready to go. And after I get it painted and sealed, then I can add the cockpit and paint the inside of the cockpit and everything after the chrome has been sealed. So today I worked on it a bit, and here's what we've got. Everything, and if you can see here, there has been no putty used at all. There are a few spots that I will put some putty in, like right here. There's a little sink mark. The light catches it. That one there. There's another one right up here. Just a tiny little one, and there's a third one here on the, which I don't make sure this light will even catch. There, and on the bottom, there's one. I may have sanded that one out. Look and see here, and pretty much got that one out. But you can see here, that's how tight the joint was. There's no putty, no filler of any kind in there on the entire thing. There's a little bit of a seam visible here on the wing roots, but at that size I'm going to pass that as an actual seam in the aircraft paneling and not really deal with it. It's not really big enough to worry about. Here's one more tiny sink mark right here, but I'll hit that one with a little bit of filler. Same thing on the bottom of the wings. That seam line is very tight, even though it's visible. It's passable as a panel line for the aircraft. So we got that ready. We'll get that washed up and primed and get the paint put on. And then we've got our rotor assembly is all done. Same thing, there's just virtually no seam other than what would pass as an actual prototypical seam on the piece. So there's no putty work will be needed there. And I got that, it just drops in there. We've got our prop and spinner all set up. Same thing on that. It's all good to go right out of the box. That'll work there. That fits in there. So there's our convertiplane. So I got my Bondo glazing putty right here that I'm gonna use to fill those 3 or 4 sink marks that are there. I remember if we showed this previously or not. We'll just show him again. If I can get him to focus on it. We've got our pilot painted and ready to go. And we've got the console and rudder pedals are also painted, ready to go. Now on the back side of these, on this, it'll be visible through the glazing, and you can see there on the back, hopefully you can see it Looks like it's awful dark. The backs of some of the instruments from the front of the control panel. So what I'm going to do is drill into those and use either some fine, I've got some 22,000 solder, or I've got various sizes of wire around, and I'm going to actually run wires and cables to the back of all these instruments and route it down through the console tower and underneath the cockpit floor to make it look more realistic. So basically the only parts left to go on the plane, and we'll fix the focus, will be the landing gear on the bottom, the cockpit interior parts, and the bottom door guides, which go right here on each side, and the doors, and then that's it. It was a quick build, a really straight, really clean build. I'm going to touch up those few sinkholes and get it primed probably tomorrow night, and we'll be ready to start laying in the chrome finish early next week. Also, I got to put on the little control yaw props that go in the back. This is driven by air, the rotors, so it's like an auto gyro. It doesn't actually need a tail rotor to keep it flying straight. So it's got these small little fans back there, so that when it is acting as a helicopter, to actually power up and adjust the yaw while it's in the hover mode. When it's flying forward, obviously the vertical stabilizer and rudder control the yaw. So that's where we're at now. I got a couple of pictures I'll put up at the end, just like always. But it's coming right along. See ya.